shortcomings and lack of a sports information officer. They've been fantastic. Melanie Keenan, Miss Keenan right here. She's worked so hard to get this evening's events going. And I could not do this either without the fantastic help from 9 students who formed the Saints Athletic Advisory Committee. So thank you to Joy, Talon, Griffin, Caroline, Lindy, Tyrus, Leah, Claire, and Liam.
few highlights from the varsity season. They also had 100% of their ranks run PRs, 15 PRs in all. If you average the best times of the varsity, we get something called a PR team time, which for this season, the PR team time is 17 minutes and 11 seconds. That's 42 seconds improvement from 2022 and 2 minutes improvement from 2021. For the first time, the varsity team competed out of the state, first time in the history of the program. We went to the Manhattan Invitational, where the team took third among 22 teams in the A race. They also finished third in the Newcastle County Championship, with 32 teams, and fourth in the state championship in a group of 30 teams. The most valuable runner was first for our team in all this season and all last season. He has 16 consecutive races in which he led the team. He's the hardest working runner I have ever coached in my 24 years of coaching. He set 2 school records. 16:55 is the school record for White Lake Creek State Park course, and 16:19 is now our school record for the Bellevue cross-country course. You probably can guess who I'm talking about. Peter Berg. I forgot to mention just a couple of quick things. We don't award a Rookie of the Year award on the boys team, but I would fail to capture the story of this season if I didn't mention the amazing rookie seasons of Emmanuel Devine, Henry Berg, Giddy Hurt, and Satchel Barnes. I also want to give a very quick shout out, and I have some awards here for 3 runners from the COVID class. These are 3 runners who've been on the team now for 4 years. Kieran Mansell, Scott says XC, and then the 4 years. Finn O'Connell and Sean Lee. These are informal awards. I'll deliver these later. Okay, finally, the Varsity Coaches Award goes to a runner who's always smiling, always eager to talk about cross country, and most of the boys on the cross country team will know him as the runner with the second best form on the team, Chris Unson.
which you took the pie bake off, and for the perspective you kept and the grace you offered. I'm grateful that you created a space that was an absolute joy to show up to each afternoon, that I knew I was going to leave feeling more full and inspired than when I arrived. Saints runners, you have incredible potential. Put in the work, log the miles, build the strength, and come back next season ready to chase after new goals, new personal bests, new titles. But do not lose the fun or the joy or the gratitude, for they are what set you apart and they are key to your success. Now I want to highlight some end of season honors and team awards. Leah Horgan, Claire Hulsey, and Caroline Mears earned all conference honors. Leah also earned all county honors, and Leah and Claire earned all state honors. Now to team awards. Our JV Coaches Award goes to Hannah Dehaney. Her dedication to this team, her inclusive nature, and her uplifting spirit have positively impacted our team and our newest runners in particular. Our Varsity Coaches Award goes to Caroline Mears. Despite being only able to compete in 2 races this season due to eligibility, Caroline was fully committed to our squad, was always giving her all during workouts, and was intentional in checking in with the members of our team. We were grateful for her organization and leadership and the way that she furthered our team culture. Our Impressive Improvement Award goes to Amanda May. Amanda put in significant training this summer, sometimes even hitting the roads of Baltimore after 10 p.m. to get a run in. Her efforts paid off as she made significant strides with her speed and endurance. Amanda is one of the hardest working athletes on this campus, and because of her efforts, she went from being the slowest person on our team in 2021 to being one of our top 7 varsity runners in the state meet. Okay, lastly, our MVP award goes to Leah Morgan. Leah laid a strong foundation over the summer and had a great start to her season as our #1 runner, yet she found a new level at the Joe O'Neill Invitational. She ran a time of 18:59, finishing as the first St. Andrews girl to run sub-19 in the past decade. She continued to excel from there. She showed incredible fortitude during her disc 5th place finish, went on to run an incredible counties race, securing 9th place, and in her final race of her junior season, Leah ran an impressive 19:33 on the hilliest course in Delaware, 1 minute and 23 seconds faster than her previous course record. She closed the gap on Tatnall's #5 and finished 8th in the race. Not only was she our fastest runner, Leah led our team through her humility, her hard work, her commitment to fun, and competitive spirit. Congratulations.
parents who consoled our athletes when we lost and celebrated with us when we won. Mr. Steve G. and Mrs. Karen Wright for transporting us to and from games in Delaware Turf. The dining hall staff who fed us and at times had to extend our hours. Mr. C. for setting us up with the turf in preparation for those away games. Teachers, staff, administrators, and all of you who came to watch us on the sidelines, supporting us and guiding us throughout all of our games this season. And last but not least, the 44 extraordinary student athletes. That was great. The 44 student athletes who participated as part of our program this year, you all were phenomenal. There is no question that progress requires a collective effort, and I'm truly grateful that we had so many of you supporting us this year. To our managers, Grace King and Sage Green, your commitment and contributions to our team this year were invaluable, so thank you very much for all that you did for us. I'd also like to thank Coach Kirk, Coach Harris, Coach Barnett. I'm tremendously grateful for this exceptional cast of coaches that I was partnered with this fall, so thank you for your selfless dedication to our program. As we look back, it's clear we faced significant challenges last fall in 2022. Finishing the season with just 2 wins and 13 losses, our offense struggled to score only 8 goals by 4 players last year. Our defense also conceded 59 goals, including 3 really heavy defeats. However, we managed 1 shutout, showing glimpses of potential. Fast forward to this past fall. Despite injuries and illnesses, including a black eye, a broken wrist, severe muscle sprains, and some COVID-19 lapses, we ended with a much improved record of 7 wins and 8 losses. Where we scored 8 goals last year, this year we scored 40. Where we conceded 59 last year, we only had 26. In addition, our scoring was also really widespread. Back to the collective effort, we had 14 players this year score, and 6 of our 7 seniors finding the back of the net. We never lost by more than 3 goals this year, which was really a big difference from last year. And one particular highlight was bringing Tatnall, a team that defeated us by 9 goals, into double overtime. So it was really evident by the end of the season we had undoubtedly made progress, and largely because of everyone's support of our team and program. I was especially humbled by how our athletes showcased resilience, determination, and commitment throughout the season. And I believe the most significant contributor to our team's progress was that collective effort and each individual showing up to work hard and to have fun. In addition, each individual continued to work on their strengths and weaknesses and understood they were part of something greater than themselves. Each person invested in contributing to our team's shared purpose, and through that commitment, we constantly improved and led us to achieve much more than many thought possible at the start of the season. I'd like to also recognize our 7 seniors. Emmy Parlin, who came back from a severe injury last year, bringing a smile and positivity to every game and practice this year. Nadia Lee, who brought fire and determination to our front line, scoring a hat trick against AI DuPont. Claire Louise Poston, who was also a spark of energy for our attack, scoring 2 goals while assisting 2 others. Olivia Perry, who is a stronghold in our defense, stopping all of our opponents' attack and making defensive saves, even though she was not a goalie. Abby Mills, who stepped up as our leading scorer this year with 8 goals and 1 assist. Co-captain Markley Peters, whose energy and passion was immediately apparent upon stepping into her leadership role, and she helped lead our attack as well with 6 goals and 2 assists. And lastly, our co-captain Channing Malkin, also known as Roy Kent, who who played center midfield for our team, part of both our attack and defensive team, corner teams, and put every ounce of herself into supporting our team on and off the field. So well done, and thank you so much, seniors. I'd like to also recognize this year's all-conference players. Honorable mention this year were Abby Mills and Olivia Perry. Second team all-conference, Channing Malkin, Greta, I'm going to mispronounce her name, I'll try not to, Vabeliunas, and Piper Langston, second team all-conference. And last but not least, our first team all-conference this year was Ember Teak. So now for our team awards. For varsity field hockey, when I say your name, please come on up. The varsity field hockey team's most valuable player this year, center midfielder Channing Malkin. Varsity field hockey's most improved player, our fearless goalkeeper, Emma Hunter. With you. You guys want to stay? Because we're going to do JV. Yeah, stay. Oh, yeah, yeah. And lastly, I'd like to announce and congratulate the 2024 field hockey captains, Lindy Black and Ember Teak. Congratulations.
Great. On the behalf of the JV team, Coach Barnett and I just want to express how much fun we had with these young players. We very much operated as a whole program. We saw the future of St. Andrews field hockey out there on the JV games this year. And although we competed hard and won plenty of games, I would say the most fun we had was when our team had an inter-squad scrimmage and they really battled it out on our practice field. We had a great time. So we have 3 JV awards to give this evening. Our most improved JV field hockey award goes to Sophie Forbes. The JV Coaches Award goes to Magnolia Mullen. One more. The JV MVP Award goes to Catherine Phillips.
All right. Before we get to our football awards, I just wanted to give a big and sincere thank you to every single player on the football team for a great and memorable season this year. In the preseason and early in the regular season, we had a handful of injuries to a lot of experienced guys guys who are leaders, and guys who we expected to play a big role for us. The season could have gone south very quickly, but the resiliency of this team did not let that happen. A lot of guys had to move positions, took on bigger roles, and really stepped up and did a lot of great things for us. That's a true testament to the character and the selflessness of the types of individuals we have on the football team and to the character of the team as a whole. I will forever be grateful to every player for the role that they played on our team this year. This year we have 5 awards that we give out every year. The first award is the Robert M. Colburn Award. This award is presented to the player who served as an inspiration to his teammates through his selflessness, determination, perseverance, and good sportsmanship. This year's winner is Frank Nasta. All right, the next award is the Virginia De Janeiro Award. This award is awarded annually to the football lineman who best displays courage, perseverance, and commitment to the success of the team. This year's winner is Kim Morrell. The next award is the Dedication and Commitment Award. This one goes to the player who is always going above and beyond and putting in extra work to be the best that they can be. This year's winner is Luke Ketzner. All right, the Most Improved Player Award for this year is awarded to Joels Clark. All right, and lastly, the Most Valuable Player Award for this year is awarded to Yaz Felton.
Good evening, everybody. Before I begin, I'd like to thank a few people here. I know we've already mentioned this, but I'd be remiss if I didn't do so. The grounds crew, Al and his support staff, Miss Wright and the facilities team, Mr. C, Mr. Rivera, the faculty and student body for their unwavering support throughout the season, Mr. Dowdy and Mr. Duffy for their work with the thirds team, Mr. Mafuka and Mr. Skeen for the JV team, our managers for the varsity program, and above all else, Coach Altig for her work coming in at the last minute with the varsity program. So thank you again. Coach Dowdy shared the following regarding the thirds team. This team was a truly special group of St. Andrews athletes. Many of the initial practices of the season entailed learning the basics of passing, dribbling, and shooting. However, there was nothing basic about the camaraderie and effort given each day. As the season progressed and our skills developed, these Saints demonstrated an unmatched spirit on game days. Even though our season record may not have been perfect, the attitude, and energy brought to each competitive opportunity was remarkable. One highlight in particular was our final game of the season against the rival Tower Hill. Within the first 2 minutes of the game, DeMar kicked a beautiful cross into the center towards a cutting Retta who capitalized on the opportunity. Whether the team realized it or not, they had practiced that exact moment countless times. So no matter how bashful they may try to be, the entire thirds team is responsible for the hard work in creating that incredible moment. These athletes have much to be proud of, and there is no question that their dedication and development over the coming years will be truly incredible. For this year's Most Improved Player, there are many individuals to whom this award could have gone to, but there was one that stood out. Each and every practice, he would show up early and stay afterwards to work on dribbling and shooting, even though he played primarily in the back. His hard work and dedication earned him a starting spot, and his commitment to improve will surely pay off beyond soccer. Congratulations to Ronit on being this year's Most Improved Player. The Third's Soccer Most Valuable Player Award will be going to another member of the back line. This player illustrated one of the most important qualities of any athlete here at St. Andrews, a desire to compete. Throughout the season, he remained focused in every practice, guided the more novice players, and embodied what it means to devote yourself to the process. His athleticism and fearlessness kept our team in many close games. Congratulations to our MVP, our goalkeeper, Trey Lazar. Just figure you want to get a... If you want to get a picture with them. Yeah. Mr. Mafuka shared the following regarding the JV team. The JV squad was a young team with many new faces. For this reason, we didn't have the size or speed that other teams had or the experience playing with each other. That being said, every game we played was competitive with a chance to win at the end. For this reason, it was an exciting year and bodes well for the future of the St. Andrews soccer program. Most Improved Award goes to Charlie Round. Thank you. You're right. Charlie was a surprise starter for the team, playing on the left side of the defense as a third former. He played with passion, and early on, this passion often led him to play a little too aggressively. However, throughout the season, Charlie improved his soccer IQ along with his technique to become an anchor on the defense. In addition, Charlie has a great attitude and understood the importance of practice in order to improve one's craft. Congratulations to Charlie. The most valuable player goes to Ethan Williams. That's fair. Ethan was the leading scorer for the JV team as he played the position of our primary attacker. No matter the opponent, Ethan was a constant threat, creating havoc in the opponent's backfield with his speed as well as a dramatically and drastically improved shot. In addition, Ethan led by example, often making sure to lift the energy during practices by encouraging others to maintain their focus. Congratulations to Ethan. Our varsity team endured a tough season where we played a challenging schedule and struggled to gain any true momentum. We spoke throughout the season about the way in which we all needed to compete, specifically earning the right to win and ensuring that we had the proper mindset going into a game in order to be successful. There were a number of games where we matched the intensity of our opponents, and as a result, we're competitive. There were others, though, where our mentality and focus seemed to wane, and before we knew it, we had already conceded a goal. Coach Altig and I would often share with the group that despite the losses that seemed to pile up, we were progressing and playing more as a unified team. It was certainly hard for the boys to see, but my hope is that they recognize the improvements they made and continue to believe in the process of hard work, effort, and commitment. Teddy Roosevelt shared that, quote, "Nothing in the world is worth having or worth doing unless it means effort, pain, and difficulty." In other words, take pride in the preparation, accept responsibility in the setbacks, and celebrate the opportunity to develop further. I am excited about the future, and I can't wait to get the boys back on the field next fall. We had a few players named to the all-conference team. Honorable mention, we had Musa and Liam Wilson. For second team, we had Liam Robinson, Mateo, and Porter. And then for our first team, we had Camilo. And for the awards that I'm going to ask you guys to come down with, for our most improved, Alvin. For our Coaches Award, Talon. And last but not least, our MVP, Porter. Thank you.
So I'm gonna read a little bit tall. All right, so I'm gonna read some summaries from our coaches and then present awards. But before that, I want to say a huge thank you to our two managers, Jess and Aaliyah, for their hard work this whole season. I don't know if you all know how long a volleyball match can be, but they reffed every single match for almost every single one of our teams, JV and then varsity and so much more. So again, your support means so much to this whole program. So first, I'm going to read an excerpt from Coach Wilson about the Thirds volleyball team. I'll read from an excerpt from Coach Terrell, and then I'll talk a little bit about varsity before I go into awards. So thirds volleyball showed huge growth this season, ending our season with our best 3 games. Our successes this season were reliant on the commitment, excitement, and focus from every player and the leadership of our captains, Julissa Hernandez and Lane Smith. From Coach Terrell about JV, he says, "Congratulations to the JV team on an exceptional year, showcasing remarkable teamwork from all 22 players. Special appreciation to Kaylee and Janie for their extraordinary sacrifices, giving up jerseys, playing time, and even sneakers. Your selflessness embodies true team spirit. Cheers to an incredible, fun season." Coach Davis and I stepped into the program for the first time this fall. These players on the varsity team were my first introduction to St. Andrews and my first introduction to head coaching. And I want to say a huge thank you to all of them for their hard work and sacrifice this season. We raised our expectations, we asked players to switch positions, we changed practices, and every single time they stepped up to the plate. One season highlight was our win against Tatnall in October. We beat them away at Tatnall 15-13 in the 5th set, and I don't know how many of you are familiar with volleyball, but that is the closest way to win a match, sets out of 5. So, especially given that we lost to them in 5 sets at home, that was a really huge win, and something like that takes real determination and grit. So I'm really proud of our team for that this year. We arrived back on campus close to 10 p.m. that night, and I think everyone was exhausted but elated. It was the program's first league win in 2 years. And the last thing I'll say is that our success this season was a product of every single member of the team, and particular thanks to our senior captains, Stella Roffers and Margaret Young. They did a phenomenal job at making sure every player knew their value to the team and the program. I'm really excited for this team to continue to learn and grow. It's a bright future ahead. I'm going to talk a little bit about awards. When I call your name, I want you to just come stand on the stage and wait to take a photo at the end. Starting with thirds. First, our most valuable player, this is from Coach Wilson. Throughout the season, this player served as a vocal, hardworking, and positive force on the court, earning her position as one of the captains of the team. A true utility player on the team, her teammates could depend on her consistent serves, great passes, strong sets and spikes, and energy and movement on the court. The most valuable player for thirds volleyball is Julissa Hernandez. For most improved player, this player has had huge growth throughout the season in her skills and confidence on the court. Throughout the season, she became a great player and setter and developed her overhand serve. She approached every practice with focus and the mindset that every touch on the ball gave her an opportunity to be a little bit better than the day before, and often opportunities to continue to work on her skills outside of practice, including taking a ball home with her over a long weekend. The most improved player for thirds volleyball is Olivia Ike. All right, from Coach Terrell. For her consistency, her killer block, and her swings, especially when we needed her most, MVP award goes to Lila Lunsford. All right, for most improved, this player is actually also one of my students, and the first week of volleyball practice, she sent me an email and found me after class and asked what she could do to get better at defense. and I'm not even her main coach. Her tenacity, her willingness to sacrifice for her team, the way she takes advantage of time to improve, that all led Coach Terrell to name Kaylee Rivera as most improved. So, for varsity awards, our most improved player showed incredible determination to master her position. She asked questions every single practice and made incredible progress from the beginning to the end of the season. She was always the first to ask for extra reps and consistently stayed after. The most improved player for varsity this year is Ahalia Ellis. And our most valuable player showed up time in and time out for the team. When it was close, Coach Davis and I always told our setters to get her the ball. Known for her killer serve and tough swings, she also stepped into a major leadership role this season and was a trusted voice in timeouts, pulling our team together when it counted. I'm looking forward to seeing her continue to lead next season as our captain alongside Bree and Quinn. Our most valuable player for varsity this year is Catherine Foster. So before I invite the rest of our coaching staff to come up for a photo, I want to mention that Catherine was also named to the honor roll for her contributions this year on behalf of the Delaware Independent School Conference. Stella Roffers joins her as an honorable mention for her leadership and performance, particularly under pressure this season. Thank you to everyone.
All right, once again, thank you. It is 7:55. We are close to being adjourned. One couple of things to finish with. If Ethan Williams could just come down to the front with Charles Round. We just missed a picture there, so we want to get that one all squared away. And please make sure you check in on Dawn. It is 7:55. We are adjourned.